Eight-Bit Baseball is on. Today's game features the Super Strikes and the trademarks. The Super Strikes won convincing in Game 1, so I'm sure the trademarks will be interested in a little revenge today. Looks like all the warm-ups have concluded and the players have taken the field. It's time for the game to begin. Super Strikes up to bat. Saller leading us off, the center fielder. Peter on the mound for the trademarks. First pitch is hit back up, and that is Wilson diving for the ball and making the throw over to first for the out. So McCoy comes up, the second baseman. Peter delivers, and that one's down the third base line. Wow! Looky there, Walker grabs it, throws it over to Palmer for the out. So Rodney comes up, the right fielder for the Super Strikes. Peter stares in and delivers, and that one's on the outside. Rodney hits that one, and it's all the way into the left field. It's a hit. It's a hit. Corbin had to grab it off the bounce. So Roche comes up. Peter on the hill, and that is hit into the foul territory on the first base side. Strike one. No balls. One strike to Roche. Strike. No balls and two strikes. Peter. And he taps it very lightly. It bounces into the foul territory. So still no balls. Two strikes to Roche. Peter stares and delivers. And he bats at that one. It's into the outfield. It's going to be over Simpson's head. And Betts has to grab at the center fielder. Runners at the corner. No, I'm sorry. That's going to be a double. So runner at second and third. Oh boy. Mark it up to bat. The third baseman. Two down. And the pitch is across the zone. He hits it, and it's out into right field. And, oh, wow, Simpson grabs it on the run. Very close. Very, very close. Trademarks now come up to bat. Top of the first. Jackson, the shortstop. Bret on the hill for the Super Strikes. It's fouled back into the stands. Look out. Jackson. Bret stares and delivers, and the pitch there is inside. That was a close pitch. Inside for ball one. Bret stares and delivers, and a 99-mile-an-hour strike. We've got some heat today here in 8-Bit Baseball. And a strikeout. He strikes out Jackson. So Bret bringing the heat today. Wilson fouls him back. Strike one. No balls and one strike to Wilson. Bret delivers a ball on the inside. Wilson moves back to avoid that one. One ball, one strike. And that one was even further on the inside. He's really backed him up. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Wilson. Bret delivers and a strike. 87 right over the plate there. 2-2 now the count. Bret. And a swinging strike. Oh, I'll tell you what, Bret is on fire today. He is just throwing strikes. And now Simpson hits that one up to McCoy for the third out. Second baseman to first baseman. Ooh. Super strikes up. Mira, the first baseman, is going to start this one off for us. And that's a ball on the outside, Peter. 88 miles an hour. Started out inside, moved outside. And then up another ball outside, although that one was outside and stayed outside. Peter delivers and also outside, 88 miles an hour. 3 balls now, no strikes to Mira. First baseman on the edge of walking. And that is a strike, just barely though. It was a very close pitch, 3-1. And then back across the zone, so he's managed to work it to a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Mira. The pitch, it's a strikeout! Well, okay. So Peter with the strikeout. And another first pitch strike there to Albert, the Super Strikes shortstop. A lot of S's there. S. And 1-1 the count now. 1-1 to Albert. Super Strikes shortstop. And a diving play by Wilson. He grabs it and throws to Palmer for the out. Milos, the catcher, up now. Peter delivers, and it's over the middle there, and he bats at it and hits it out into center left, and it's in for a hit. He's going to be up to second. In fact, that's going to be a double. And it's the third baseman, Corbin, who ultimately made the play there. Bret, the pitcher, now up to bat. Peter gives him a pitch in the zone that he hits at, and it is going to be, it's out to Walker. It was a close play. Could have got over his head, but he was able to make the play. And the side is retired. So to the trademarks we go, and Corbin, the cleanup hitter, is going to lead off this time. And he does hit that one up high into left field, but Roche is there, and he is able to settle under it for the first out. So Palmer now, the first baseman for the trademarks, will take his turn against Bret. And he hits that one very lightly back up to McCoy, the second baseman, who gloves, and throws to Mira for the second out. Going quickly now in the second. Bret bets up the center fielder up. And a swinging strike there from Bret. Swung right through that one. No balls. One strike to Betts. Betts and Bret. Trademarks and super strikes. And the count is 1-1. And a pitch there just outside. It started on the edge of the plate, but then moved outside for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. And another similar pitch, but still on the outside. So 3 balls now, 1 strike. Bret delivers, and that one's across the plate. He swings at it, and then it's out to the first baseman, Mira, who's able to grab it and step on the plate for the out. So we're still tied at 0. Top of the third. Saller back to the top of the order. Ooh, he swings right through that one. Peter gave him a pitch he couldn't hit. Saller, count is 0-1. And he does hit that one. It's back out to Jackson, who throws it over to Palmer for the out. 1 down. Peter. And he hits that one back up to Jackson, who gloves and throws him out at first. Rodney now. Rodney, the right fielder. Inside, a strike. Look at that one. That was a fast pitch. No balls. 1 strike to Rodney. Ooh, he hits that one back up to the shortstop, Jackson, and he's able to make the play out to Palmer in time. So, still no runs from either team. Bottom of the third, Walker going to lead this one off. Batting a beefy .636 on the season. But he's popped up there. That's on the infield, and McCoy is calling for it. He has it. So, 1 down. David's now the catcher. Bret winds and delivers. And the pitch is inside, 89 miles an hour for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Davids. Pitch there is a swinging strike, 101 miles an hour. No doubt about the speed. 1-1 pitch there is. It's popped up into the left field side, but it is... Ooh! Roche was on the run. It looked like it was going to drop in for a hit, but Roche made a spectacular catch on the run. Peter now, the pitcher, taking his turn, and he swings through a pitch on the inside, 88 miles an hour for a strike. No balls, 1 strike to Peter. And then he does hit that one back down the third base line. The third baseman, Market, is there, grabs it, and throws over to Mira for the out. So, to the fourth we go. Nothing. Roche going to take his turn against Peter here, and a strike. No balls, 1 strike to Roche. And then to the outside for 2 strikes against Roche. No balls and 2 strikes. Peter far ahead on the count. And stares down and delivers. And he does bat at that one. It is popped up on the first base side. First baseman Palmer is there calling for it. And he makes the catch. 1 away. Third baseman Market up. And he hits that one down the first base line. And Palmer is also there to grab it and make the tag. So now Mira, the first baseman, for the super strikes, is up to bat. Peter gives him a pitch down the middle that he hits out to the third baseman Walker, who throws to Palmer in time for the out. 0-0 ball game, bottom of the fourth. Home team trademarks up. Jackson, the leadoff hitter, will lead off this inning. First pitch ball. Jackson takes a second pitch strike on the outside of the plate there. 1-1 now the count. Inside for a ball. Bottom of the fourth. Super strikes and trademarks. No score between these two. 3 balls and 1 strike now to Jackson. Bret delivers goes. And that is on the outside for a strike, so we've got a full count. Full count to Jackson, the leadoff hitter. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch is a strikeout. He has feasted on Jackson today. This is his second strikeout of Jackson. Down the line, foul. Strike 1. Wilson. Strike. No balls and 2 strikes. Wilson. Bret delivers inside, and that one is hit back to Albert, who gloves and throws to Mira for the out. So now Simpson, the right fielder, up. Bret delivers on the inside. Simpson hits that one hard. It's out to right field. Rodney is running, but it is going to be into the stands for a home run. Well, that breaks the tie. Trademarks taking the lead on a solo homer by Simpson. So Corbin now comes up, the left fielder, with 2 down. Oh, he hits that one quite hard into left field. Are we going to see back-to-back? We are back-to-back homers for the home team. Trademarks taking a 2-0 lead now. Well, Bret had been cruising along just fine until that happened. All right, and so a pop-up now on the infield, and McCoy's calling for that one. McCoy, the second baseman, settles under it and has it for the out. So we do retire now the side in the 4th inning. We move to the 5th, and the Super Strike's in a deficit for the first time this game. Going to a pinch hitter, Rochus, in for Albert. And he hits it over to Palmer, who tags the bag. So Milos, the catcher, first pitch is a strike. Ball evens the count. 1-1 to Milos. Peter. Now with that 2-run lead, another ball. Gives him another ball on the outside. 2 balls, 1 strike to Milos. And then back inside for a ball. 3 balls, 1 strike. 3 balls and 1 strike to Milos. And then, ooh, that was a very close pitch, but called a strike. So we've worked it to a full count. Full count, Peter stares in and delivers a strikeout. He struck him out. And so we've got a pinch hitter now, Shane, in the 9 hole. So we'll see a pitching substitution as well for the Super Strikes. And Shane gets a hit. He hits that one down the line very well. And Simpson is going to have to trace that one down under the 328 foot marker there in the corner. And he's up to second with a double. So that was a very opportunistic pinch hit that produced a double with 2 down. And now Saller, the leadoff man, is back up to bat. And he quickly is ahead on the count. 2 balls and no strikes. Peter missing the zone on both of those. And all 3 pitches now have missed the zone. The count 3 balls, no strikes to Saller. And then that finally does find the strike zone back inside. And 3-1. And then he walks him. He walks him. So that is a BB for Mr. Saller. And Carter now on the hill. Pitching change. Understandable. McCoy. Carter gives him a pitch there on the outside of the plate that he hits, and it's out to Corbin. So the bases are loaded. Carter against Rodney, the Super Strikes right fielder. Ball. Chance to get a run back or even more here. Swings through that one, a strike. Count 1-1 to Rodney. Bases loaded, top of the 5th, trailing by 2. Strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Rodney. Carter delivers. Swinging strikeout! He struck out Rodney with the bases loaded. Well, that's how you stop an offensive charge. And now we will see Dickey in relief for the Super Strikes. And Betts. Ooh, he hit Betts. Alright. So now Walker, he is going to... It gets down. Oh, it was almost down. That was Rodney charging in there, making a lovely, lovely catch. And so Davids now takes his turn at the bat. First pitch is a third base side foul. 0-1 to Davids. Outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Davids. Ooh, he's also hit by pitch, so having some control issues there. Carter, the pitcher. Oh, he's popped up. It's Mira there, and he's got it. Had to reach for it, but he's got it. Jackson now, back around to Jackson, the leadoff man, who has struck out twice today. And he's popped up this time. Not the greatest offensive day in his career. All right. Inning is over. Top of the 6th. Super strikes. Roche. The left fielder will lead us off. He's also the cleanup man. 1 ball, no strikes to Roche. Carter. And back to the outside of the plate. That's a 96-mile-an-hour ball. 2-0 to Roche. Back inside for a ball. 3 balls and no strikes to Roche, the left fielder. And Carter, he throws him a pitch across the zone there that he bats at. It's over to Palmer, who steps on the bag for the out. All right. So Market, the third baseman, and he hits that one foul. It's back into the stands. No chance to make a play. Davids ran after it. Market, 0-1. Carter delivers. Ball. 1-1. Carter delivers the pitch, and it's, ooh, that was very close. Just hit the outside of the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Market. And that pitch is back across outside the zone. 2-2. The count even at 2-2 to Market. Ooh, and that was in the zone. He swung at it. And Wilson, the second baseman, initially took a very bad line on the ball, but was able to get so we got Anthony coming up in place of Mira. Anthony in place of Mira in first base. First pitch strike, and second pitch over the zone. He pops it up into left field. Corbin is out there. He runs in and is able to make the catch for the out. All right, to the bottom of the 6th we go. Trademarks, the home team with the lead. Up to bat. Wilson. Second baseman. Ball. First pitch ball. Count 1-0 to Wilson. Dickey. And he gives him another ball. Dickey is not finding the zone. 2 balls, no strikes to Wilson. And that one is hit, and it is popped up infield left, third base side, and it is, we had a substitution out there. That is Roches. Made that catch. Albert now finished for the day. That one's popped to McCoy. So Corbin, the left fielder, now up 2 down. 2-run lead, and he hits that one out to McCoy, who throws it over to Anthony, who's now at first base. And the side is retired. We move to the top of the 7th. Super strikes up to bat. Roches taking his turn. Carter delivers. It's over the zone. He hit it out to right field. Simpson is running, and he is able to get to it. That was a long run. Difficult play to make, but Simpson was up to the task and made the out. So now Milosh. And he bats at that one. It is hit, popped up on the third base side, basically right at the third base at the bag. And Walker has it. 2 down. Dickey taking his turn at the bat as well now, the pitcher. Ooh, he swings right through that one, a strike. No balls, 1 strike to Dickey. Carter delivers. A ball. 1 ball and 1 strike to Dickey. Carter gives him a strike on the inside of the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Dickey. Carter delivers and strikes him out. Carter collecting another K there. All right, so we move to the trademark side of the 7th. And Palmer will be leading off. The first baseman. That's hit right back to the pitcher for an out. Dickey still pitching for the super strikes. Betts, center fielder, now up to bat. 1 ball, no strikes to Betts. Dickey stares in and delivers, and that's a strike on the inside of the plate. 101 miles an hour. 1 ball, 1 strike to Betts. Outside for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Dickey looks in, delivers. Ooh, outside. Outside the plate for a ball. 3-1. And back inside for a strike. So we've got a full count. Dickey has worked it to a full count against Betts, the center fielder. He stares in, winds and delivers, and he hits it out to right field. It's a hit all the way out to Rodney, who throws it out at first. What a throw by Rodney. Incredible. So now the third baseman, Walker, is up. And he hits that one out to the first baseman, Anthony, who's able to grab it and tag the bag. So we move to the 8th inning. Super Strike's up to bat. We've got a fielding change. Corbin is going to be substituted for Haworth. Alright, we'll make note of that. Haworth is out in left field. Defensive substitution. Alright, so Saller, the center fielder, is up to bat against Carter, the trademarks pitcher. 0-1. Make that 1-1 after the ball outside. 1-1 to Saller. Carter delivers. Another pitch outside. 2 balls, 1 strike to Saller. And he delivers. Outside. Once again, 3 balls and 1 strike to Saller. 3 balls and 1 strike. And he delivers inside. He walked him. Saller's second walk of the day. That's a ball as well to McCoy. And then back to the inside for a strike. It looks like Carter's starting to fatigue some. His velocity is decreasing. 1 ball, 1 strike. And back to the inside for another strike. Another strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. And then over the plate there, he hits it that one, but it's hit to the third baseman Walker, but it's not in time. They had the hit and run on, and it was not in time to beat out the throw. So a timeout now. We've got some relief pitching coming in. Pruitt on the hill for the trademarks. He will attempt to shut it down, and that is a very good play. That is a ground ball that went to the shortstop into the second baseman, and we've got 2 down now for Roche. And he hits it right back to Wilson, who's able to glove it, throw to Palmer for the out. So out of the inning there after the relief, after the pitching change. So to the trademarks we go, bottom of the 8th. Dickey pitching for the Super Strikes. David's up to bat for the trademarks. And he's going to get on base with a hit. That's hit right back up the center, and Saller's got to chase that one down. Pruitt now. Pitcher for the trademarks. Oh, he's hit by pitch. Pruitt going to get the walk. All right. And that one's hit back up. That's going to get in and down for a hit. The base is... Oh, no, I'm sorry. Saller was able to grab that one in center field and throw out the runner at second. So he does get 1 out. But runners at the corners now for Wilson. And he throws that one, and they're able to throw to first for 1 out. Oh, and it advanced the runner. So now with 2 down, we have runners at second and third for Simpson. Key moment of the ball game right here. The pitch. And Simpson hits that one down the first base line, and it's out. It's out. He's going to leave the runners stranded. So back to the Super Strikes we go. Market up to bat, the third baseman. Pruitt on the hill for the trademarks. First pitch is a strike. That's a swinging strike. Boy, big one. Big cut. And then inside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Market. And then back over the plate. And he hits at it, but Walker's there, and he throws him out at first. That was close. It was close. That was not a very good throw. Anthony now, the first base substitution. And he hits it that one. It's hit over on the left field side, and it's actually going to be Jackson, the shortstop, that runs out and makes that catch. So now Roches, the shortstop, is up to bat. Pruitt lines and delivers, and it's inside, and he pops it up into the stands foul side. It's first base side foul. Into the stands. No balls, 1 strike to Roches. And then back across the plate, it missed the strike zone there for a ball. 1-1. Pruitt delivers. And it's on the outside, but he swings at it, and it gets past Jackson and into center field. That's a single. He's on base. Milosh now up to bat. Pruitt. Ooh, and we've got a steal attempt on, and he's out. He threw him out at second. Okay, wow, so the game is over. We're going to end on a caught stealing. So that is it. Home team wins 2-0. Carter with the win. Pruitt with the save. And your 2 homers there by Simpson and Corbin. Excellent. Hope you enjoyed it.